Come closer and sit with me for a moment, because the stars have woven a very specific tapestry for you during these 48 hours of November 23rd and November 24th. As I look into the embers of the fire and up at the celestial movements, I see that your ruling planet Mars is active and pulsating with a rhythm that demands your attention, not just in the physical realm, but deep within your spirit. You know that being an Aries means carrying the torch of the pioneer and the warrior, but sometimes the warrior needs to rest by the river to sharpen the sword and wash the wounds of the past battles. This weekend is exactly that kind of sacred pause, mixed with intense internal work, where the universe is asking you to look at the details of your life that you usually rush past in your hurry to conquer the next mountain. The energy of the 23rd of November brings a vibration that feels grounded, yet demanding, as if the earth itself is pulling at your ankles, asking you to slow down and notice the small cracks in the pavement before they become chasms. It is a time when the invisible world is trying to communicate with you through signs and synchronicity, and if you are too busy running, you might miss the whisper of the ancestors. So right now, before we go any deeper into this journey, I want you to pause and seal this intention by writing in the comments, simply saying, "I am ready to see the truth and heal my path." When you declare this to the universe, you open a door that allows the energy of clarity to flow into your life, especially now when the confusion of the outside world tries to cloud your inner vision. The moon is making its transition through phases that trigger your sector of daily rituals and health, which means your body is speaking to you louder than usual, and you must listen to every ache and every burst of energy as a direct message from the cosmos. On this Saturday, the 23rd, the focus is heavily on purification and analyzing what is working in your life and what is merely dead weight that you have been dragging along out of habit or obligation. The stars are aligned in such a way that your usual fiery impulsiveness is being tempered by a need for order and understanding. And this might feel uncomfortable at first because you are used to acting on instinct rather than dissecting the process. However, my dear Aries, this discomfort is actually a growing pain because your soul is expanding beyond the limits of what you previously thought was possible for yourself. Think of the 23rd as a day of spiritual inventory where you are walking through the rooms of your own house and deciding which windows need to be open to let the fresh air in and which doors need to be locked forever to keep the shadows out. The planetary alignment suggests that there is a financial aspect to this weekend as well, where money is not just currency, but a reflection of your energy exchange with the world and how you value your own time and effort. You might feel a sudden urge to organize your resources, or you might have a realization about a purchase or an investment that you were considering, and suddenly the fog lifts, and you see the reality of the situation with crystal clarity. This is not the time to gamble with your security, but rather to build a fortress around what you have earned, because the universe rewards stewardship and careful planning during this specific cosmic window. As the energy shifts and flows into the 24th of November, the vibration changes slightly, becoming more about how you relate to the others who walk this path with you. Relationships are always a mirror, and for you during these 48 hours, the mirror is being held up very close to your face, showing you not just who you are, but who you become when you are in the presence of those you love or those who challenge you. There is a tension in the air on Sunday the 24th, that acts like a stretched rubber band, and you have the choice to either let it snap and cause pain, or to slowly release the tension and use that energy to propel yourself forward into a new understanding of partnership. The spirit world is whispering that you do not need to fight every battle alone, and that true strength sometimes looks like vulnerability and the willingness to ask for help when the burden becomes too heavy for one set of shoulders. Your fire is beautiful and bright, but even the sun needs the sky to hold it. And you need a community or a partner or a friend who understands the unique frequency of your soul. During these 2 days, you might find that old memories surface, specifically memories related to how you were nurtured or how you learned to protect yourself when you were young and vulnerable. Do not push these memories away, because they are surfacing now for a reason, and that reason is healing, so that you can move forward without the heavy chains of the past dragging behind you. The cosmos is asking you to be gentle with yourself, which is often the hardest thing for an Aries to do, because you are so hardwired to push and to strive and to overcome. But imagine that I am placing a hand on your shoulder and telling you that it is safe to soften, and it is safe to not have all the answers right this second. The 23rd and 24th are days for integrating the lessons of the past few weeks, where you have likely faced challenges that tested your patience and your resolve. Now the dust is settling, and you are standing in the center of the arena, and you can see clearly who is cheering for you and who was waiting for you to fall. This realization is not meant to make you bitter, but to make you wise, so that you can invest your precious energy only in those places and people that return that energy with love and respect. As you move through the hours of Saturday, pay attention to the numbers you see and the songs you hear and the animals that might cross your path, because nothing is accidental when the veil is this thin. Your intuition is heightened to a degree that might feel overwhelming if you do not ground yourself. So take time to put your bare feet on the ground, or to touch a living tree, or to drink water with the intention of cleansing your spirit. The connection between your physical health and your spiritual state is undeniable right now, and if you have been neglecting your body, you will feel the call to return to balance with an urgency that cannot be ignored. This is a beautiful opportunity to reset your rhythm and to align your daily habits with the grand vision you have for your life, because greatness is not built in a single day, but in the small, consistent actions we take when no one is watching. On Sunday, as the moon shifts and the energy becomes more airy and social, you might feel a pull between wanting to be alone to process your thoughts and wanting to be around others to distract yourself from the intensity of your internal world. Finding the balance is the key, and you must navigate this with the wisdom of a sage, knowing when to withdraw to recharge your batteries and when to step out and share your light with the world. There is a specific planetary aspect occurring that touches your sector of communication, which implies that words have power now more than ever, and you must be impeccable with what you say. A harsh word spoken in haste during these 48 hours could leave a scar that takes a long time to fade. So breathe before you speak, and let your words pass through the gates of kindness and necessity before you release them. Conversely, this is a powerful time for affirmations and for speaking your dreams into existence, because the universe is listening with a keen ear and is ready to co-create with you if your intention is pure and your heart is open. You are entering a phase of manifestation where your thoughts are magnetic and what you focus on expands rapidly. So focus on abundance and focus on health and focus on the love that you deserve. The shadow side of this energy is worry and anxiety, where your mind can spin in circles, creating scenarios that have not happened and likely never will happen. When you catch yourself doing this, remember my voice telling you to come back to the present moment, because the present is the only place where you have power. The past is a ghost, and the future is a dream, but right now is where the magic happens. Financial decisions made during this period should be based on long-term stability rather than short-term gratification, because the energy favors the builder and the planner. If you have been thinking about starting a new project or a new business venture, these 2 days are excellent for laying the mental groundwork and for doing the research needed to ensure success. However, do not rush to launch just yet, but rather use this time to refine your strategy and to make sure that your foundation is solid rock and not shifting sand. The influence of the stars also highlights your service to others and how you contribute to the world around you. You might find yourself in a position where someone asks for your advice or your help, and this is a test of your generosity and your boundaries. Give freely of your wisdom, but do not deplete your own reserves, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. There is a karmic cycle closing for you related to work and daily routines, where you are finally understanding that you are not a machine and that rest is a vital part of productivity. This realization allows you to work smarter and not harder, and to find a flow that honors your natural energy cycles. As you navigate the 23rd and 24th of November, keep your eyes open for the color red or orange appearing in your environment, as these are the colors of your power, and they serve as reminders of your inner fire. If you feel your energy dipping, visualize a flame burning steadily in your solar plexus, giving you the strength and the warmth you need to keep going. The spiritual message for you is one of trust and surrender, trusting that the universe has a plan for you even when you cannot see the full roadmap, and surrendering the need to control every single outcome. When you let go of the tight grip you have on life, you allow miracles to squeeze in through the cracks. Relationships with siblings or neighbors might also come into focus, and there could be a healing conversation or a moment of understanding that bridges a gap that has existed for some time. Be open to this, because it frees up energy that you have been using to hold on to a grudge or a misunderstanding. The night of the 23rd holds a special potency for dream work, so before you sleep, ask your guides to send you messages in your dreams, and keep a journal by your bed to record what you remember immediately upon waking. These dreams are not just random firing of neurons, but are encoded messages from your higher self, guiding you toward your next step. As Sunday the 24th unfolds, the energy lightens, and you may feel a desire to beautify your surroundings or to engage in artistic activities that feed your soul. This is a wonderful way to channel the excess energy and to bring more harmony into your environment, which in turn brings more harmony into your mind. Remember that as an Aries, you are the spark that starts the fire, but you are also learning to be the hearth that sustains it. This weekend is a masterclass in sustainability and in learning how to manage your precious life force energy so that you do not burn out, but rather burn bright for a long time. The planets are positioning themselves to support your growth, but they require your participation and your willingness to do the work that is not always glamorous. It is the work of the soul, the work of the heart, and the work of becoming the person you were destined to be. Every challenge you face during these 48 hours is a lesson wrapped in a difficult package, and if you can unwrap it with patience, you will find a jewel of wisdom inside. Do not fear the silence if you find yourself alone, because in the silence you can hear the beating of your own heart and the rhythm of the earth. You are connected to everything that is and everything that ever was, and this connection is your source of power. The financial anxieties that may have plagued you are beginning to dissolve as you adopt a new perspective of abundance, knowing that you are always provided for. It is a shift from a mindset of scarcity to a mindset of trust. Everything is energy, and money is just energy that needs to circulate, so do not hold on to it with fear, but manage it with respect and wisdom. The people you meet during these days, even the strangers, are messengers reflecting parts of yourself back to you. Smile at them and offer kindness, because you are creating a ripple effect of positivity that will eventually return to you 10 times over. Your aura is expanding and becoming more radiant as you clear out the old debris and make space for the new light to enter. This is a process of alchemy, where you are turning the lead of your limitations into the gold of your potential. The 23rd and 24th of November are not just days, they are a turning point where you decide who you are going to be. Are you the victim of your circumstances, or are you the creator of your destiny? The stars know the answer, but you must claim it for yourself. Stand tall, my Aries warrior, because the battle is not against the world, but against the illusions that keep you small. You are vast and you are powerful, and the universe is cheering you on. Let the energy of the fire within you burn away the doubt and the fear, leaving only the pure essence of who you are. You are being guided, you are being protected, and you are being loved beyond measure. As the hours tick by, feel the integration happening in your cells and in your bones. You are becoming new with every breath. The specific alignment of Mars with the other celestial bodies creates a geometry of success if you are willing to be disciplined and focused. Distractions will arise, but they are just tests of your commitment to your path. Stay the course and do not waver, because the reward is worth the effort. The emotional landscape of Sunday might feel like a rolling ocean, but you are the captain of the ship and you know how to navigate the waves. Do not let the emotions drown you, but ride them to a deeper understanding of yourself. Your heart is opening, and this can feel scary, but it is necessary for the next level of your evolution. Love is coming in new forms, and you must be ready to receive it without suspicion. The walls you built to protect yourself are now keeping out the very thing you desire. So it is time to take down a few bricks and let the light in. The 23rd creates the structure, and the 24th fills it with life and color. It is a perfect dance of form and flow. Be conscious of your posture and how you hold your body, because your physical stance affects your energetic state. Stand with your spine straight and your head held high to channel the cosmic energy effectively. You are a conduit between heaven and earth, and you have a responsibility to keep your channel clear. Avoid toxic substances and toxic conversations during this time, as they will lower your vibration and make you susceptible to negative influences. Instead, fill your body with nourishing food and your mind with inspiring thoughts. The books you read and the things you watch are also food for your spirit, so choose wisely. The universe is giving you a blank canvas for these 2 days and asking you what you want to paint. Do not paint the same old picture out of habit, but dare to create a masterpiece of joy and fulfillment. You have the brush in your hand, and the colors are the emotions and the experiences of your life. Paint boldly, my dear Aries. The stars are aligning to support your career ambitions as well, but not in the way you might expect. It is not about pushing harder, but about aligning your work with your soul's purpose. When you do what you love, the success follows naturally. If you are in a job that drains your soul, you will feel the friction acutely during this weekend. Take this as a sign that it is time to plan an exit strategy or to change your perspective. You are not meant to suffer, but to thrive. The 23rd and 24th are days of revelation, where the truth comes to the surface like oil on water. You cannot hide from it, and you should not try, because the truth will set you free. Embrace the revelations, even if they are difficult, because they are clearing the path for your ultimate happiness. Your family dynamics may also be highlighted, and there is an opportunity to break a generational cycle that has been passed down. You have the power to say, "This stops with me," and to create a new legacy of love and wholeness. It requires courage, but you have plenty of that. The ancestors are standing behind you, offering their strength and their wisdom. Call upon them if you feel weak. The wind that blows during these days carries the voices of the ancients, and if you listen closely, you will hear them whispering your name. You are never alone. The journey you are on is sacred, and every step is a prayer. Walk with reverence and with gratitude. The energy of gratitude is the highest frequency, and it attracts miracles. Be grateful for the challenges as well as the blessings, because they are both teachers. As the sun sets on the 23rd and rises on the 24th, feel the rhythm of the earth and align your heartbeat with it. You are part of this great cosmic dance, and you have a unique role to play. Do not compare your role to anyone else's, because no one can play your part but you. The world needs your fire and your passion and your truth. Shine your light brightly, and do not apologize for your intensity. Your intensity is your gift. The relationships that can handle your fire are the ones worth keeping. The others will naturally fall away, and that is okay. It is the natural order of things. Evolution requires shedding the old skin to make way for the new. You are in a shedding phase, and it might feel raw, but the new skin is tougher and more beautiful. Trust the process. The financial insights you receive now are seeds that will grow into a mighty oak tree of abundance if you water them with consistency. Do not despise the day of small beginnings. Every empire started with a single brick. Lay your bricks with care and intention. The stars are smiling upon you and offering you a cup of divine grace. Drink from it and be refreshed. The heavy burden you have been carrying is being lifted, and you can breathe freely again. The anxiety is replaced by a deep sense of peace and knowing that all is well. You are exactly where you need to be. The timing of your life is perfect. Do not rush the seasons. Winter has its own beauty and its own purpose. It is a time of rest and preparation for the spring that is inevitably coming. You are in a winter of the soul, perhaps, but the buds are already forming under the surface. Have faith. The 23rd and 24th correspond to a vibration of building and harmonizing. Build your life on the foundation of truth, and harmonize your actions with your values. This is the secret to a life of fulfillment. The cosmos is a vast orchestra, and you are a vital instrument. Play your note with confidence, and let it harmonize with the symphony of the universe. Your voice matters, your presence matters, your life matters. The healing energy is flowing through your crown chakra, and down into every cell of your body, washing away the debris of the past. Let it flow. Do not resist. Resistance only creates suffering. Surrender to the flow and let it carry you to the shores of your destiny. You are being carried by a river of grace. Float and trust. The stars are your map, and your heart is your compass. Follow them, and you will never be lost. The specific position of Venus suggests that beauty is a healing balm for you right now. Surround yourself with beauty in whatever form appeals to you. Fresh flowers, art, music, nature. Let beauty nourish your hungry soul. You have been starving for beauty and for softness. Allow yourself to feast on it. The hard edges of your life are softening and melting away, leaving a landscape of gentle curves and flowing lines. This is the feminine energy balancing your masculine drive. You need both to be whole. The union of the masculine and feminine within you is the sacred marriage that leads to enlightenment. Work on this inner union during this weekend. Balance your action with receptivity. Balance your speaking with listening. Balance your doing with being. This is the path of the master. You are walking the path of mastery. It is a long road, but the view is magnificent. Keep climbing. The air is thinner up here, but it is purer. Breathe it in. You are rising above the density of the lower vibrations and entering a realm of light. The higher you go, the lighter you become. Let go of the heavy baggage. You don't need it where you are going. Leave it behind. It served its purpose, but its time is done. Walk light and walk free. The 23rd and 24th are a portal to this higher frequency. Step through it with confidence. You are ready. You have been preparing for this for lifetimes. The moment is now. Seize it. The universe is conspiring in your favor. Believe it. Receive it. Embody it. The love that surrounds you is palpable if you tune into it. It is in the air you breathe and the ground you walk on. You are swimming in a sea of love. Open your heart and let it in. It will heal every wound and fill every empty space. You are whole. You are complete. You are divine. The stars witness your greatness and they bow to your light. You are a star in human form. Remember your origin. You come from the light and you will return to the light. In between there is this beautiful, messy, glorious thing called life. Live it fully. Live it with passion. Live it with no regrets. The 23rd and 24th are a gift. Unwrap it with joy. The specific energies of these days are conducive to deep psychological insights. You might understand why you react the way you do to certain triggers. This understanding is the key to freedom. Once you understand the mechanism, you can dismantle it. You are the mechanic of your own soul. Fix what is broken and oil what is rusty. Get your machine running smoothly again. You are a high-performance vehicle and you need regular maintenance. This weekend is your pit stop. The crew is ready to work on you. Let them. The spiritual guides are the crew. They are standing by with their tools of light. Cooperate with them. The process might be intense, but the result is worth it. You will emerge faster, stronger, and more efficient, ready to win the race. But remember, the race is not against others. It is against your own limitations. If you were not ready, you would not be here. You can feel it, that stirring in your chest, that recognition that yes, something is changing. And yes, you are meant to be part of it. The difference between those who thrive and those who struggle is not talent or luck, it is alignment. It is recognizing when the universe is offering a window and having the courage to step through it. It is understanding that success is not random. It has a code, a pattern, a specific geometry. that becomes visible at specific moments. The 23rd and 24th of November are those moments. There is also a hidden connection with Pluto in Aquarius. There is something else happening that most astrologers are not talking about. While everyone is focused on the moon in Capricorn, Pluto, the planet of complete transformation, has settled into Aquarius after 15 years in Capricorn. This changes everything about how success works. The old model of climbing hierarchies, accumulating traditional wealth, seeking approval from authority, died with Pluto's exit from Capricorn. The new model is about networks, innovation, and collective power. But here is the bridge. You need the discipline of Capricorn to build the structures that can contain the Aquarian innovation. On the 23rd of November, while the moon is in Capricorn, the sun forms a sextile with Pluto in Aquarius. This is the universe saying, use the ancient tools to build the new world. Use discipline to create freedom. Use structure to allow innovation. The success codes are no longer just about personal achievement. They are about creating systems that serve the collective while honoring individual sovereignty. It is not enough to build something for yourself. It has to connect with the larger network, contribute to the collective evolution. That is why your decisions matter so much. It is not just about your success. It is about positioning yourself as a node in the new network, a crucial connection point in the emerging paradigm. The grand water trine is your secret power source. All month, Jupiter in Cancer, Saturn in Pisces, and the Sun in Scorpio have been forming a grand water trine, a perfect triangle of emotional and intuitive energy. This is pure potential, pure creative force, pure knowing without logic, but without earth to materialize it. Does it remain just that potential? The moon in Capricorn is the missing piece. It takes all that watery intuition and gives it shape. Suddenly, the vague feeling becomes a clear vision. The emotional knowing becomes strategic action. The creative download becomes a business plan. This is the true success code intuition, which is water plus action, which is fire plus structure, which is earth equals manifestation. Most people have one or two elements, but not all three. The dreamers have water but no earth. The doers have fire but no water. The planners have earth but no fire. This week, during these precious hours, you have access to all three in perfect balance. The grand water trine provides the vision, not through logic, but through deep knowing. Mars in Sagittarius provides the courage to act on that knowing, and the moon in Capricorn provides the structure to make it real, durable, and successful. But you have to consciously work with all three. You cannot just dream, you have to plan. You cannot just plan, you have to act. You cannot just act, you have to feel your way forward. Let us be specific about the timing, because in astrology, timing is everything. The moon enters Capricorn, and the success codes activate. You might feel it as a sudden clarity, a lifting of the fog, or even a physical sensation of something clicking into place. During these hours on the 23rd and 24th, you are in the zone. Every decision you make carries extra weight. Every action you take has amplified consequences. It is as if the universe has turned the manifestation dial up to the maximum. But here is what you need to know: not all hours are equal. There are peak moments within this window where the energy is even more concentrated. Late on the 23rd, the moon makes a sextile with Saturn, perfect for establishing your structural sovereignty. The energy supports long-term commitments and foundational decisions. Then, as we move into the 24th, The Sun makes a sextile with Pluto, while Mars squares the nodes. This is the power moment for taking the leap of faith. The friction provides momentum, and the aspect from Pluto ensures transformation. Later on the 24th, Mercury conjoins Venus, while the Moon is still in Capricorn. Ideal for the renegotiation of value. The cosmic support for difficult conversations is at its peak. If you miss these windows, you can still make the decisions, but it is like swimming against the current instead of with it. The universe is offering you a frictionless path, so why not take it? What happens if you miss this opportunity? Let us talk about what happens if you do not act. If you listen to this, feel the truth in it, but then let fear, doubt, or simple procrastination stop you from taking these decisions. The universe does not punish inaction, it simply moves on without you. Saturn is going to turn direct regardless of your participation. But if you have not made your commitments by then, you will enter the direct phase with the same old patterns, the same limitations, the same glass ceilings. The cement will harden around your current reality instead of your envisioned future. Mercury will turn direct, ending the window of renegotiation. If you have not reset your value exchanges by then, you are locked into the old agreements for another cycle. The undervaluation continues. The energy leaks remain open. Venus will eventually move on, shifting from the strategic depth of Scorpio to the scattered optimism of Sagittarius. The intense focus required for transformation dissipates. The moment passes, and you will be left knowing that you had a chance and you did not take it. That is the true cost, not failure, but the haunting awareness that success was literally coded in the stars and you chose to ignore it. The morning after, you will not recognize yourself if you do take action. But let us paint a different picture. Imagine that you do it. You make the decisions, you commit to your structural sovereignty. You take the leap of faith. You renegotiate your value. What happens then? On the 25th, when the Moon leaves Capricorn and enters Aquarius, you will feel different, not dramatically, not like a lightning bolt, more like waking up and realizing you are not carrying a weight. You had gotten used to so much that you had forgotten it was there. The doubts that used to plague you will be quieter. The fears about whether you are ready will be irrelevant. The old patterns of undervaluing yourself will be broken. You have not just made 3 decisions, you have shifted timelines. By the time Saturn turns direct, you will feel it click into place. The new structure, the new trajectory, the new level of operation becomes your new normal. What felt like a stretch 3 days ago now feels inevitable. By December, you will look back at this weekend as a turning point, not because the stars made you successful, but because you recognized the moment when success was available, and you reached out and took it. You worked with the cosmic weather instead of against it. You used the success codes instead of ignoring them. This is the secret that successful people rarely share. They are not special. They simply pay attention to timing. They recognize when the universe is offering a window and they pass through it. They understand that success has a pattern, a code, a specific geometry, and when that pattern reveals itself, they act. These are your last hours before the window closes. While I speak to you, we are deep within the activation. The energy is already accumulating. Perhaps you can feel it, that electricity in the air, that sense of imminent change. Your body knows what your mind might still doubt: something significant is happening. So here is my question. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to listen to this, perhaps even feel inspired, and then return to your normal life? Or are you going to recognize this for what it is, a cosmic invitation to step into a new level of success? The decisions are clear. The timing is precise. The cosmic support is unprecedented. All that is missing is your choice to act. Remember, the universe does not force success on anyone. It offers opportunities, windows, moments of pure potential. The activation of the moon in Capricorn is one of those moments. The success codes are real, measurable, available, but only for those who choose to use them. The window is open right now. The usual rules of manifestation are suspended. Structure meets intuition, discipline meets vision, earth meets water and fire in perfect proportion. This is your moment. These are your codes. The only question remaining is, are you going to activate them? Now, let us go deeper into the specific energy of the 23rd of November for you, Taurus. This day carries a vibration of deep grounding. As an earth sign, you resonate with the soil, the rock, the tangible things of this world. The moon in Capricorn is trining your sun sign, which means there is a flow, a natural ease that you do not always feel. Often you feel like you have to push against the world to make your way, like a bull plowing a field. But today the field is ready for you. The soil is soft and fertile. The sextile to Saturn, however, adds a layer of seriousness. This is not a day for frivolous spending or light-hearted games. It is a day for the serious business of life. Think of your ancestors. Think of the lineage that stands behind you. Saturn represents that lineage. He is asking you to honor the past by building a better future. You might find yourself thinking about property, about land, about physical assets. This is very Taurus. We love to own things, to have security we can touch. This transit supports that. If you are looking to buy a house or invest in real estate, the energy of the 23rd is incredibly supportive for laying the groundwork. It is about the long game. Saturn hates the quick fix, and so do you. You know that quality takes time. Use this day to plan the next 10 years, not just the next 10 days. Sit down with a pen and paper. Write it out. The physical act of writing brings the energy from the mental plane into the physical plane. It is a small act of manifestation, and as Mars squares the nodes on this same day, you might feel a pull between the comfort of the known and the call of the unknown. The South Node in Virgo tempts you to stay in the details, to worry about the little things. But the North Node in Pisces is calling you to dream big, to trust your gut. Mars in Sagittarius gives you the fire to break out of the rut. You hate change, I know. We Taurus folk love our routines. But this square is kicking you out of the nest. It is saying fly or fall, but do not just sit there. The 23rd is the day you decide to fly. It might be a scary decision. It might involve leaving a job that is secure but stifling, or ending a relationship that has become stagnant. Whatever it is, your spirit knows what needs to be done. Trust that knowing. The earth energy of the moon in Capricorn will catch you if you fall. It provides a landing pad, so take the risk. Then, as the wheel turns to the 24th of November, the energy shifts slightly. The focus moves from structure to value. This is where Venus, your ruling planet, takes the stage. Being in Scorpio, Venus is intense. She is not the gentle flower maiden here, she is the sorceress. She demands truth. She wants to know what is really going on beneath the surface. This conjunction with Mercury retrograde is a powerful time for you to look at your finances with a magnifying glass. Are you being paid what you are worth? Are you spending money on things that truly bring you joy? Or are you filling a void? This is a time for a financial detox. Cut the subscriptions you do not use, stop the mindless spending. Reclaim your resources. But it is also about emotional value. Are you valuing yourself? In your relationships, are you the one always giving, always supporting, always the rock, while the other person leans on you without offering anything in return? Taurus is the most loyal sign in the zodiac. We stay when everyone else leaves. We endure, but sometimes we endure too much. We stay in situations that are dead just because we are loyal. Venus in Scorpio is asking you to kill what is dead so that new life can grow. It is a painful process sometimes. We do not like to let go. We hold on to things, people, memories. But this transit is a cosmic decluttering. Let it go. Make space for the new abundance that is trying to come in. The Mercury retrograde component means that you might hear from people from your past. An old lover, an old business partner. They might come back with a new offer, or just to test you. Be careful. Remember why it ended the first time. Mercury retrograde in Scorpio reveals the hidden agendas. Listen to your intuition. If something feels off, it is. Do not ignore the red flags just because you want the comfort of the familiar. Use the Capricorn Moon's wisdom to stay detached. Observe, do not absorb. You are the observer on the mountain watching the storms pass below. You are safe. You are grounded. You are strong. The 24th is also a day where your words have power. Mercury is the messenger, and even though he is retrograde, his conjunction with Venus makes your speech persuasive and magnetic. If you have to negotiate a deal or convince someone of your worth, this is the day. Speak from the heart, but keep a cool head. Use silence as a tool. We Taurus people are good at silence. We do not need to fill every moment with chatter. Let your silence speak. Let your presence be the argument. People will feel your solidity, your reliability. That is your greatest asset. In a world that is constantly changing, constantly moving, you are the anchor. And right now the world needs anchors. But ensure that you are anchored in your own truth, not in someone else's expectations. This is the essence of structural sovereignty, building your own lighthouse on your own rock. The light you shine will guide others, but first, it must guide you. As the hours of the 24th wind down, pay attention to your dreams. With the Sun sextile Pluto, your subconscious is wide open. You might receive messages, symbols, guidance from the other side. Write them down. They are pieces of the map to your treasure, and you are the guardian of the treasure. Never forget that. You possess an inner wealth that no market crash can touch. Your resilience, your patience, your ability to see beauty where others see only dirt. That is your gold. This weekend is about refining that gold, burning away the dross, the impurities, the doubts, so that what remains is pure, solid, and valuable. Stand tall, my Taurus. The universe is bowing to you, offering you its gifts. Do not be shy. Open your arms and receive. You have earned this. Through all the hard work, the long nights, the silent struggles, you have earned this moment of grace. Take it. Use it. Build with it. The cement is wet. The tools are in your hands. What will you create? The masterpiece of your life is waiting to be sculpted, and only you have the hands strong enough to carve it out of the rough stone of destiny. Feel the weight of the hammer, the texture of the chisel. It feels good, does it not? It feels like purpose. It feels like home. And as you work, remember that you are not alone. The planets are your co-workers, the stars are your guide, but you are the master builder. The vision is yours, the responsibility is yours, and the glory will be yours. So work with joy, work with steady determination. Do not rush. There is no need to rush when you are building for eternity. Let each brick be laid with intention. Let each stone be placed with love. This is how you build a legacy. This is how you honor the gift of life. By making something real, something lasting, something beautiful, just like you.